Good evening, or good afternoon. Let's warm ourselves up a little bit. Repeat after me. We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege of Gaza now.
End the siege of Gaza now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the occupation now.
End the occupation now.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Justice is what we demand.
Justice is what we demand.
No peace on stolen land.
No peace on stolen land.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Friends, we assemble here on day 554 of the live stream genocide. Another brutal chapter in a 77-year history of the settler colonial project. Each day starts with massacres worse than the last. Crimes and atrocities hard to find words to describe. Now is truly the time of monsters. Over the last 18 months, it has been clear to all of us that the nature of this crime and the historic proportions of the betrayal of humanity by our political establishment. Palestine has shown us clearly how the world really is. The racist, settler, colonial logic of the Australian state would always triumph, even in the face of the slaughter of tens of thousands of children. It has become clear that the massive mobilisations here and around the world, week after week, has only elicited, at best, deep concern and the urging of restraint from our leaders. At a rally like this 12 months ago, I said that Justice for Palestine would do all it could to hold them to account. We have protested, we have picketed, we have sat in, we have occupied, we have done that and will continue to do it for as long as it takes. But I also said that we would work for a mechanism to connect our actions in the streets and to directly confront the political elite and hold them to account in their hallowed halls, their chamber of silence and their back rooms huddled in their complicity. And I say to you now, Brisbane, we've been chosen. We've chanted, we've screamed, we've painted banners, we've sung, we've marched. We must have marched now almost 100 kilometres in the last 18 months. And now we have a rare chance. It's almost a historical accident. A rare chance to send a message into the Australian Parliament. A chance almost without historical precedent. And it's not just that I'm going to stand here and argue that we need to put 1 or 2% on the board. We have a chance where we can actually win. There's one of us who has stood rain, hail and shine with us against the genocide. And that person can march directly from here into the Australian Parliament. A voice that's rung out loud in this city can walk in and rattle the walls of that chamber. We can make history and hold to account politicians who are elected on the votes of working people and people of colour, but who betray us time and time again with their silence and their complicity. And in this time where we are now attacked relentlessly and silenced, what better response What better response than to send one of us into the Australian Parliament? There can be no clearer message against this genocide and the supporters of genocide than for Rima Naji to become the first Palestinian Australian woman elected to the Parliament. And I understand the valid reservations about the political process. Don't worry, we have those also. I have those also. But understand this. What it is a chance to slap the supporters of genocide in the face, and we must not miss it. If we pull this miracle off, this will be national and international news. People will know where Brisbane is if we do this. So I urge you, and this moment may never come again. This set of circumstances may never come again. So I urge you to do many things, and I'll tell you what they are. We're going to march in the centre of Moreton. We're going to take justice for Palestine into the streets of the suburbs. We've done it a few times, but I'm asking every single person here to make the step, to get on the bus, to come with us into the suburbs and take our protest to the people who rarely see that. So that's on the 26th of April, midday. We're going to assemble at a park in Sunnybank called Yimbin, and we're going to march down to the Sunnybank Plaza. Put that one in your diary. As we speak, there are hundreds of people door knocking. But we don't need hundreds. We need many hundreds. If you haven't signed up and put yourself to support this campaign, I'm not asking for the rest of your life. I'm asking for 20 days. 20 days where we can distribute tens of thousands of leaflets. 20 days where we can door knock hundreds of houses. Where we can be at every bus stop and every station speaking about Palestine, opposing a genocide, and saying that we will no longer be taken for granted. So I urge you, we have Lamise over at the Justice for Palestine stall. That's Lamise. She was doing a lot of our organising. We have two very nicely new printed banners. We need to get the banners out. We have our leaflets. But we can't do this just in a dozen. So I'm urging you now to make the step. You need to put your name down. You need to put aside a few hours each week. Because as I said, we can't lose this opportunity. Because how good would it be if our sister, who's led us, who's marched with us in the streets for the last 2 years, marches from these streets into the Australian Parliament. And she doesn't compromise, she doesn't go silent, and I'm looking forward to that day. Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
If you have any questions, come and see me or go and see Lamise at the stall. Remember, we have many events coming up. This afternoon there is a fundraiser at Echo and Bounce. Make sure you get down to that for some music and some good people. We have our conference coming up at the end of May. There's also another fundraising film event on the 26th of April at the Event Cinemas out at Mount Gravatt, I think. But if you're not on the Justice for Palestine email list, put your name on there now. If you're not following us on social media, get your phone out and do it now. We need to connect, we need to organise, and the next 20 days we need to turn Moreton the colour of Palestine. We need to be in front of everyone. And I've just been told the best thing to do in the urgent moment that we're in is put your phone number down on that sheet of paper, and we will be in touch to help organise you. We're going to march now. We've got our placards here from Justice for Palestine. There are various banners that we will march behind. Let's take our message into the streets once more.